Okay, welcome everybody to FinTech Mastery with Sire, session number 5. This session is in FinTech. We have Wissem Ksantini as the co-founder of Non-Fungible Gaming as a startup founder, and we have Dr. Adrian Wulzaki as our judge today. So I wonder first, Adrian, could you please introduce yourself, and then Wissem, please start your presentation.
Of course.
Yeah, happy to. I'm a professor of business at University of Canada West. I teach the capstone MBA business classes, so strategic management and small business management. I have a strong knowledge of blockchain and was very early in that space. But I'm most known for a casino security technology company that I founded that tracks monetary transactions on casino games. And I do early stage tech investments. Primarily, I'm focused in the quantum sensor space at the moment.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff.
Okay, Wissam, do you want to present yourself and then your deck?
Of course. So I'm Wissem. I've had a lot of experience with blockchain since 2019. I was mainly an artist on chain. And now I moved on to create the thing that I want to see on the blockchain because nobody else seemed to want to do it. I have founded my own creative agency before, worked with many clients, some from Canada and from other countries. And yeah, our project is Society. Should I share my screen for the presentation?
Yes, for sure.
All righty. Let me share content, entire screen. There we go. All right. So our project is Society. You can all see my screen, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So our project is Society, the Web3 digital town square. The problem we're trying to solve is that sadly Web3 is fragmented, draining, and ineffective for onboarding. Community builders struggle with retention. The social platforms that the community use are not built for Web3, and people are starting little by little to view X or Discord or Telegram more and more as work. Metaverses did try to solve these problems, but failed to deliver, sadly. And our solution is Society, the social operating system, the first Discord dApp of its kind, available in all servers at all times, with on-chain inventory and identity, and the social hub for easy community activations, and all of this with zero installation or configuration required. Through Society, all communities can interact, no matter their channels or platform that they use. Our edge over the competition is that Society lives within the platforms that communities already use, allowing for easier user acquisition with no migration needed. This is a demo of our product. You can see that the user can launch our application from any Discord server that ever existed or ever will exist. And the user is straight up already, right in our words, with his inventory balance and username directly taken from his wallet. We have our first AI agent NPC, and the user can already bet and wager NFTs and Solana directly inside of our world. Now we will move on to the next level, which is a gallery. And here you can see that the user can interact with any NFT artwork and directly buy it from our words, which offers the amazing distribution for any artists, as if he uploads his NFT in our platform, it is available across all of Discord and across all of Telegram. Our plan is simple: to combine all communities and all the decentralized applications through all the platforms, all in one place. A modular, visual, gamified social layer on top of the chain, a shared space within and between communities, a frictionless way to hang out, with plug-and-play onboarding to facilitate, especially for new users. And we want to be one door for the whole ecosystem. We will attract our initial user base through community activations, such as poker nights and minigames, artist exposition and vernissages, DAO and meeting rooms, and we will host weekly community competitive events. For our go-to-market plan, we plan to leverage the existing dying, sadly, communities by activating them. And then we will start integrated other games seamlessly with ours, which will allow us to tap into the Discord gamer user base. And then we will move on to mass adoption, aka to reach out to people that are not crypto natives via streamer activations. And we already have a partnership with Vodra that will allow us to do that. For our revenue streams, we plan on taking in-game fees for transactions, swaps, and wagers that happen through us. We plan to rent and sell Solana AI agents and NPCs, a cosmetics economy following the freemium model, and most importantly, we plan on taking transaction fees on all the decentralized applications we integrate in ours. We are a team of complementary builders, developers, designers, community leaders, and that we really want to do something great. For our partners, we have already integrated 4 decentralized applications until now: an audiobook service, an auction service, a swap aggregator, and an NFT lending platform. And we have many more projects and partners that are very excited to be integrated next. For our market opportunity, we can see that Roblox has 380 monthly active users, 380 million, sorry, monthly active users, and generate 3.6 billion real revenue, showing a great and increasing interest in virtual worlds. And since our main platform is Discord, it is nice to know that Discord's monthly active users is currently 200 million and steadily increasing throughout the years. For our timeline, we have currently already built the basis for our world with cross-server multiplayer, our first partner integrations, and all the basic Solana blockchain functionalities. On the midterm, we plan on improving our retention rate through gameplay improvements, such as SNS integrations and quick guest login, again, for easy onboarding. On the long term, one very important step is going to be porting our product to a Telegram app, which will allow us to merge and unify both the Discord and Telegram users all in one place. Thank you for your attention. That's it for me. Let's keep the communities alive.
Thank you. Adrian, please go ahead.
Well, thank you so much. Really nice presentation. But I love the logo graphic. So I'm just curious in terms of you mentioned it, but in terms of your go-to market strategy for, let's say, attracting non-crypto native users or non-Discord users, is that part of the plan, or are you just going to focus on that?
Of course, so our idea behind that is for any online product, whether be it a game, whether be it a social media or whatever it is, what is needed is an initial user base so that whoever comes next at least has people to interact with. And so before going for mass adoptions to non-crypto natives, what we first need to do is align with the pre-existing and easier to get crypto natives. And like I already mentioned, our plan for mass adoption to reach out to people that are not as adept is through streamers that already have Discord servers, that already have a following, and that already need a way to interact with their following. Currently, streamers, whether be it on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube stream, or on whatever it is, they do not have a meaningful or really fun way to interact with their viewers or their fans, and they really aspire to have that. And we have seen it times and times again, whether they create some things DIY themselves, or whenever a game comes out and it has streaming integrations, they rush to play it for months and months. And so we plan on capitalizing on that market, since we already operate on Discord and they already have Discord servers.
Great, thanks. And I believe you said something about wagering early on in your presentation.
Yes.
Any chance you could expand a bit on that? Is that part of maybe like a long-term engagement strategy, or is it just a little bit more about the wagering element?
Of course. So it is not a big focus. It is not a main focus. It is only one thing that the users can do in our world, among many other things. If you're an artist, you're interested in that. If you're a trader, you're interested in that. If you're a gambling man, you're interested in that. So it is only a part of that. Of course, we realize that there is many legal ramifications to consider once we do that. And so we are not still at the point of creating it and launching it on mainnet currently, but it is in the works, and it is planned, especially that it is a great revenue stream.
Got it. Yeah. Because it's certainly, there could be complicated regulatory requirements depending on how that's done, which could be very lengthy. And then you mentioned that you're creating a digital town square. What's the modernization policy, and kind of who's the sheriff of that?
Who's the sheriff is us. On the policy of moderation, we are not setting a lot of laws. We mainly believe in free movement, free speech, free actions. So unless you are breaking our game, unless you are cheating, unless you are doing something willingly bad, we do not really have any reason to moderate. That's our general attitude towards that.
Do I have time for one more question? Is that okay? Great. Given that there is a small amount of volatility and outages in Solana, there was one last year, I believe the year before. It's very short. It's maybe 12 hours. But is there any de-risking to the infrastructure that you could do in terms of does it completely shut you down for that portion? Can you cache it? Is there anything else you could do to eliminate outages?
So one of our main selling points is we try to be a blockchain first social platform, right? Unlike Twitter, unlike Discord, which already exists. So indeed, if Solana does have an outage, and which hopefully they keep on improving, thankfully rather, they keep on improving every time. But if they do have an outage, the user will still be able to log in. They will still be able to use the non-blockchain functionalities like chatting, like walking around, playing mini games. But they would not be able to use a lot of the on-chain functionalities like wagering or like buying the artwork. They can still look at it, but if the chain is down, then that will have to be postponed until it is back up again.
Understood. Great. I don't know how we're doing on time. Is it okay? Just checking in with the moderator.
Yeah, that's okay. We have fun time.
Okay, and then maybe I'll just ask just one more question about the monetization model for the creators. Is it much different than anything on Web 2.0, Web 3.0 competitors, or is it fairly standard?
What do you mean by monetization for creators? For example,
for example, let's say artists or anybody's contributing to the platform with their own unique, maybe their digital assets.
Our main revenue model will rely on percentage fees on top of what the artists charge, just for example, in the case of NFT artworks. And so in that case, artists are free to put whatever price they want and keep 100% of that, except of the extra fees we take on top of that, which will be on the buyer side, similar to any other marketplace or auction house that handles NFTs currently.
Nice. Yeah, a great presentation, and explain something that's tricky to explain very well in terms of whenever you're dealing with anything in the blockchain or virtual worlds, it becomes a bit tricky to understand it. And I think you did a really good job explaining that and getting to the key points.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I have a question, Wissem.
Yes.
We have prepared this presentation as an investor pitch deck presentation, yes?
Yes.
Okay, if it is for investor, or if it is for investor, not for marketing, So usually you need to have a call to action at the last slide. So you need to ask for, if you are asking for any money, how much money, how you want to spend this money, and how you want to compensate the investor. These are important things for investor to know before he decides about the investment. So you have missed, I think, this important page of call to action at the last. And have you had any slides about market size? I don't remember.
I've had about the market opportunity of like the Discord user of what is possible. Since we are mainly targeting, we try to target all of the crypto users. It is a bit hard to say, okay, this is our market size.
Yeah, but yeah, usually it is more understandable to size the market according to the definitions of TAM, SAM, SOM in your presentation. These are my feedback based on the previous sessions that we have had with other people. Any other questions, feedbacks, Bahman, Alireza, Sanjay?
Maybe I would just add one more comment of robust competitive analysis, so that any investor could really see what they're dealing with in that landscape.
In our case, we do have one competitor, but we are very different. But I guess it would be a good occasion to showcase that we are different. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
My question is that actually, who is your customer? Who is your niche?
Like I said, our customer is the grand space of Web3 users. We try to build horizontally in the sense, and we believe that it is good for our product to build in the sense that we have a little bit of everything, something for the artists, something for the traders, something for the gamers. So in the sense that we are, if I were to precise it a little bit more, it is the Solana Web3 native users at first.
Yeah, so yeah, you mentioned at first, so as I believe at first you have to focus on a niche, because you are at earlier stage, so maybe you should focus on some special group that you think that be more adjust with your actually this world, this virtual world actually. And this presentation, my next question is that this presentation is actually for what? For investing, actually for seed funding, for introducing to actually your customers, or is I confused because you went through them very fast. So I actually I lost in between, so maybe at first slide you can explain that. Can I see your first slide?
Our first slide is the problem we are trying to solve.
Yeah, but before that
this is just the title slides, the problem we are
yeah,
and then our solution. How are we solving that problem?
Okay, yeah, good, very interesting idea.
Thank you. We actually have two different slides. We do have a slide that is more for investor. This is mainly for giving information or presentation. Maybe is it okay if I show the other different slide that has our ask that we ask when looking for investments? I would love
Yes.
to know that. I thought that maybe that is not the one that I should send. So the main difference, I mean, this one has more information and more data, like, okay, is the potential revenue that it can generate and so on. But this is our ask page. I don't know if it is missing anything. I would love any feedback on it, honestly.
Yeah, that's good, but I think
sorry.
you have not talked about the compensation. How do you want to compensate the investor if they invest this amount?
Oh, it is in tokens. It is 10% of our token supply.
10% of
Yes.
equity, yeah.
And here there is a button that takes directly to our tokenomics for more details. It has our whole white paper and more details on the tokens, what it does, why is it going to go up in price instead of go down, and so on.
Okay, thank you.
And did you mention anything about your traction?
No, we didn't, because we are still early stage and our traction is honestly not something worth bragging about. We do have an avid early base of around 100 person on Discord, with among them 20 people that constantly try our game whenever there's a new update. But when we tried to make that slide, we felt that it isn't as impressive as to be left in, sadly, yet.
Yeah, so based on my experience, you know, if you want to show something as a pitch deck to the investors, okay, they want to see your traction, because they want to be sure that this investment is going somewhere that is safe for the return, you know. So maybe you should work on your traction, not on the slide, actually on the reality.
Yes.
You know, and yeah, to see how your niche actually see your product, your solution, and how they interact with your solution. You know, maybe you need to do some adjustment based on the market, you know, because it's the final decision would be actually the result. The final result comes from the customer.
Yes, that's
so
true.
The investors actually want to see the customer traction, your traction actually based on the customer, on the market, you know.
Fair enough. I do wonder if so we are still in the development stage, and like I told you, for example, like that is our current stats. We do have around 500 followers currently. We have 100 Discord users, probably a little bit more than that now.
Show them in the traction section, you know, the number of the people that could be engaged is a potential for your solution, for your product.
All right, we'll definitely put that back in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One quick question about the raise. So I understand that you're going to give 10% of the tokens.
Yes.
Do you envision giving any equity of the holding corporation, or do you see it purely as a token transaction?
We do envision and are totally open to giving either a hybrid deal or an equity. We mainly have sent our pitch deck to ventures that are more used to doing SAF deals. And if it comes to preferences, we would also prefer giving tokens, but it is something we are open to it, and we usually do mention that in speech, but not in the pitch deck. Do you think we should? Perhaps.
Yeah, because you have a slight interesting problem. Like, I know this is the standard way to do it, but there's a risk that they could be liquidating without notice. And that could cause volatility in your token. While if they were a traditional shareholder in a private held corporation, they'd have a lot of restrictions on how they were able to liquidate that, right of first refusal to the other shareholders, things like that. So you may want to put in some wording for the investor to at least minimize that risk, because it's so fluid in terms of that it could damage the brand if they if they were tight on cash one day or something.
100%.
Yeah.
Usually in the industry, it is common to do vesting even when you give tokens. But do you think we should also precise it in the slides, or is it something we talk about later?
Yeah, because a lot of traditional investors would go for the equity side that they know is there's a little bit more familiarity with that space. So
I see.
Yeah, I think it all depends on how you word your shareholder agreement or the investment document to compensate for this. Compensate, I mean, in terms of like minimize how easy it is for them to liquidate it at the time, just because with so many private corporations, they're kind of stuck in it, and that's helpful for the founders. Yeah, just you might want to just take a look at it just to see what other ways to look at that, because 10% is a significant amount of your total tokens that the volatility they could create with that could be destructive.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else has any other questions or feedback? No? Okay, there is no more feedback. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Wissem, for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice meeting.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.